backpacking trip on the show. I've been coming up here as long as I can remember. Look at the colors on that thing.
So we decided to change the name of the show to Wild Hikes, Wild Places.
For me, fishing has been a part of my whole life. From the time I could walk, I've been traveling and fishing to chase and hook the big one. My name is Dennis Isbister, and I live in the deserts of Nevada.
Growing up, fishing meant catching crab off the coast or trout in streams. Fishing with my family has always been a big part of my life. My name is Drew Murin, and I'm not your typical Western angler.
This is Wild Fish, Wild Places. Oh, here we are, we're in Anchorage. It's our jumping off point, and we're heading out to King Salmon. Now, if you're a follower of the show, you've seen that we've been out to this area before. So we're gonna be jumping in float planes, we're gonna be chasing rainbows, chasing Arctic char. We're heading out to King Salmon now out in Bristol Bay. We're not in Nevada anymore. There's rain here.
Big old mama. Oh, there's a little one right down here.
We made it here to the King Salmon Lodge,
Alaska.
on the Naknek River, and we're gonna be fishing for rainbows, char, different species of salmon.
And it's a whole different technique up here. We're gonna be instituting the flossing technique, not your teeth, but actually trying to feed a leader through the fish's mouth.
Egg patterns, some split shot, and you know, we're probably gonna be throwing some big, nasty leech patterns too. We'll see. But here we go. Tomorrow morning, it happens.
Big Alaskan fish and bugs.
Lots of bugs.
If there's one thing I know, it's salmon fishing.
Is that good? We're good? Drew?
I guess that's us.
Heading out to the Narrows. I'm gonna jump in the float plane here with Chris, our boy. Gonna show us where the fish are at, hopefully, huh? Our first stop is the Narrows. Now this place is very dear to my heart because it's the first place I caught char and the biggest char of my life. Now this spot, it's pretty self-explanatory. It goes from here to here. You don't really need a guide to say, here's where the fish are. But knowing what fly they were eating last week would be kind of handy.
Wait, no guide? I've never been here before.
You gonna go with the streamer, huh?
just having some fun down here, drifting some streamers through this section just loaded with sockeye. And I kept drifting over the top of them, so I kept putting on a little more weight to get down. Then I started filling the bottom, and we finally got into one here. Nice looking fish too. I'm gonna have to have Dennis net it way down there. Hey Dennis, will you net that fish for me? So the frustrating part is when you got 65 million fish out here, they're stacked at your feet all around you. You're casting way across the river and you can't catch them. Rule number one, start at your feet. Just a reminder, these sockeye are not eating anything. You're just basically drifting lines through their mouths. They're sitting there like this and just trying to put a leader through their mouth. The spawning colors of a sockeye salmon. They start to spawn, they get really red. They get these big hook jaws and they start getting a lot of hump to their back. They're just beautiful fish. Turn my head for a minute, you know, they always hit when you're least expecting it.
Hey, that's what we're after.
Whoa. At least we're back on.
Watch out. Last time we were here, our friend Alan had a nice talk with a German guy. He comes out here and stays all summer long in his nice little cabin down the lake.
And Ludwig, what's the most beautiful of all the fish to eat? How would you consider it the
Every
most?
fish here is good.
All of them
You
taste
can
beautifully.
you can get it at home in the so-called human society, because we catch the fish fresh out of the water.
Yeah.
We got thousands of spawning salmon, so egg patterns seem like a good idea. Let me ask our guide. Oh wait, we don't have a guide.
Get the boat. Hogging down. I switched to this big articulated pink streamer and I put it on. I had a bite immediately and I lost them. So I've just been walking down here throwing this thing out in the current, just drifting it, swinging it, and one just ripped it. It feels like a really big fish. He looks like he's about 6 inches. Oh! Ah! Dang! Yep, just lost him. Well, that's the problem. I only got one hook on my fly. Just a big old articulated streamer. Man, he just ate it. Picked it up on the swing. That was cool though. It was a cool take. Boom. Baby! We're sitting here eating lunch and I decided I was gonna roll a Panther Martin through here. Put on the old black and gold spinner, the tried and true trout catcher.
What do we learn from this experience? If you can't catch them on a fly rod, throw a Panther Martin.
That's right.
That's right.
There you go. Boy, that's a nice one too, like a nice color. Beautiful. Uh-oh!
Not
Here we
again.
go. Look at
All right, you gonna keep him?
I don't know. Do you want to keep him? Nah, let's let him go. Get a
Sherry, get a picture up.
Bye, Silver.
Char for the course?
But we'll pretend like we do.
That's a char. No, it's a pink. No, it's a silver.
Oh.
Wait a minute. This is literally out in the middle of the lake. And I've been just fishing this little seam here. We hooked a couple fish this morning. And boy, oh boy, this one just smashed it right in the seam and he just went running. Oh, it's a silver. It's a silver salmon. Are you done? There it is. Woo! Nice fish.
We've been working in here with our fly rods back and forth, and we came back to the spot where the river's pushing into the lake, and it's getting really windy, so I'm like, you know, I'm gonna throw a spoon out, see if I can catch a silver or a big lake or something. So I put on a big pink hologram Sierra spoon and just got freaking ripped up on this little ultralight, little Okuma ultralight. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I'm not too proud. If they're gonna eat a spoon, I'll give them a spoon.
I loved it when he hit and that little reel's going.
Go right over here, let's try to land it. Woo! Look at that. Wow! Boom! There's a beautiful char we've been looking for, huh? Look at that sucker. That's a solid fish.
Wait, come back. For once I'm done fishing. Wind really came up and the plane tried landing back over there, tried landing over here, circled around 3 or 4 times, and he gave us the nighty night.
He said, see you later.
It depends, you see, that's wilderness.
That's right.
If it doesn't go, it's, you know, what can you do? You see, stay and
So-
stay put.
The crew always gives me a lot of flack for packing heavy. And the one time I go light, the float plane flies away without us.
Mr. Lugwood said, yeah, we could say we got something to eat. Things you learn about being up here in the north, nothing's predictable.
Ludwig has a lot of rules.
Don't go through the sand here, I show you. This is a little silver.
Little silver. Thank God we got Ludwig here to take us in.
Oh, you're free.
It all belongs to me.
Yeah, this is all you.
Yeah.
Fresh Alaskan salmon. It doesn't get any better than that.
We're stuck, and we actually had to fish for sustenance. And now we got to figure out how to clean them because we're catch and release guys.
That one. You try that. And we'll cut that one off here.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut this off.
We take all the bones. This is a fillet. You can call this a fillet, you know. Twice a week I eat fish.
Thank God for Ludwig. We had a roof over our head and some good dinner, good conversation with the old guy. Well, thanks for having us. Thank you.
Thanks,
Not to
Ludwig.
mention.
Thanks for saving us. Well,
No.
the plane hasn't landed yet, so we might be back to see you.
Maybe you have to spend a night.
You were a good roommate. Thanks for the hospitality. We love you, man. But it's time to get back fishing.
Yeah, I mean, I do what I can.
Cuddled up with Drew and Ice last night. You guys made a good team.
And, you know,
Only one room.
especially the fillet fish.
The fillet lessons.
On your part, you see.
Yeah, mine was, I was probably second best.
Yeah, I was definitely the first worst. Well, we'll do catch and release.
Maybe
today.
I was the bad fillet. guys here. And you are the good ones, right?
No.
In our own minds.
Yeah. Walk out of the cabin this morning, walk down a little ways, we see some fish rolling. We're like, yeah, let's throw it in a couple times. Yeah, every cast. Little ultralight, Panther Martin. So let's catch them on this Panther Martin spinner. Ah! Drew keeps farming them. Catch them on this Panther Martin spinner, but the last one just destroyed it. These fish are so big, so powerful.
Silver fishing. Just put on a show. A lot of these fish are bright silver with sea lice on them because they're just coming out of the ocean. This one's been in the river a little bit. He's got a little color to him. Well, those ones out of the ocean though are hot, hot mamas. So you can see, starting to get that hook jaw in him. This is a big buck. Has sea lice all over him. So all this lice will fall off in the river. But this is like, he's a coho because you can see the white gum line. See that? He's got a black, kind of a white mouth.
We're back on the silvers, and now the float plane's showing up, and the fish are on fire.
If Chris, our pilot, would have been on time, maybe like 12 hours ago, thanks Mother Nature, then I'd be in a hurry to get to the plane. But right now, the fishing is on fire and I don't want to leave.
Drew, it's time to go. Come on, Chris has a schedule. We had a long day and a long night. We're back to King Salmon Lodge. Time for a nap? Nope. We're jumping in a float plane and we're taking off to Contact Tree. Float plane lands on a place called Postage Stamp. You're not gonna find that on a map, I don't think. It's just small enough to land on, but not big enough to take off with a full load. Once again, we're moving downstream looking for the salmon. Not to catch them, but we know the char and the rainbows are gonna be keyed into these salmon, dropping eggs, and they're gonna be easy to catch.
One thing about nymphing, you never know what you're gonna catch. This instance, a little grayling. Look at him, little cute little guy. There's some big char here though. And you're feeling them, you're seeing them. A lot of water. A lot of water. It's fun. Whole bunch of chums sitting right in this area, so there's a ton of char and rainbows just stacked up here. I've, like 3 casts, I've felt 3 fish. Just swinging bobbers, waiting for it to pin. This one's a good fish. There, look at that baby! Oh man! Oh, beautiful, beautiful fish. See his nose all beat up because they're just digging in the gravel for eggs from these salmon. Char fishing on egg patterns.
I watched it go right by him. I'm not sure if he ate it or not. I'm trying to keep him out of the spot. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna try to stay back here, try to get him in that. Hang on just a second, Drew. Just let me see if I can get him out of there. Look at the big old salmon. Hooked him in the mouth though. That's crazy. Yeah. I watched him eat it. Kill up on top.